This is Hollywood superstar Hugh Jackman. Welcome to Series 4 of the Dad Tales podcast. These two are the real greatest showmen. Sit back and enjoy.
I'm going to definitely cut this bit out.
So the question is...
We don't ever find the answer out. But that's like being in between like your mum and your dad.
Hang on for a second. We've had that one. What are you talking about? So what was the age?
And the vicar, he had his pants down. Oh, dear me.
Good evening, Andy.
Good evening. This is an extra episode. I don't know when this is going to go out, so don't know what you've done this week. I do know what you've done this week, because I've already had a chat.
Nice.
We're not going to go over it again.
No. So this bonus episode is, we're just talking about what's the most prolific thing to do. So we've got 4 categories, and in your opinion, ranking from 1 to 4, which is the hardest to easiest.
This is pub chat, isn't it?
Proper pub chat.
This is pub chat.
So we have a hole in one, we have a 9-dart finish, a snooker 147, and a football perfect hat trick. Now we was contemplating putting in a perfect over, weren't we?
Cricket, so you could have a 6 sixes.
Yeah.
To actually slog 6 sixes out of park.
Which I think is relatively easy to do if you bowl as shit.
Fair point. Got to bring that into consideration, don't we?
Whereas the other ones, I suppose you can get a perfect action if you
Should we talk through?
other teams.
And then we'll rank them.
Yes.
So a perfect hat trick is a left foot, a right foot, and a header.
Yes.
It's not very frequent, is it? These happen.
It's not very frequent, but I think you're relying on your teammates a lot in it. So it's not something you can do yourself.
No, but again, what if you're playing against a rhubarb team?
Which then, that's what I'm saying. There's other factors. Like the other 3, I think is a solo effort. It's all about you. There's not much. So you can play someone who's actually dog shit at darts, dog shit at snooker, and dog shit at golf, but it's got nothing to do with them. They don't influence the game at all. Whereas a perfect hat trick is massively influenced by who you're playing, what your other team's ability. Ronaldo could be playing pub football. Nice, but get his hat trick, wouldn't he?
So just on that then, would you choose a hat trick, a sort of a guaranteed hat trick, over a perfect hat trick? So, for instance, you've scored a header, you've scored a left foot, cross comes over from one side.
I'm biting it right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It's an easy nod in for your hat trick, or are they going to go for it?
Do you know what? I bet anybody is not even thinking about that they've scored left foot. So if I'd scored on right foot, scored on my header, I'm not thinking, oh, get on my left foot here.
Yeah.
It wouldn't occur to me until after and think, hey, would you believe that? I scored on my left and right on my head.
So if you'd scored with your left foot, scored with your right foot,
I'm not running around on floors.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh,
so you take the goalkeeper on, and it's just you and the goal. Would you get down on all fours and not?
No, because I've been thinking about just banging it back at net.
And then score.
Yeah, and I don't think any professional footballer would even enter their mind. The commentator's probably going, he hope he's on for a perfect trick here. Do you know what I mean? Analysing the game and studying what's going on. But in the heat of the game, you don't care. You try to get that ball back at net.
Not at elite level, are you?
I think even at our level, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be thinking about it. I'd be questioning why at my age I'm up front running around like a lunatic.
Who's let you score 2 goals?
Why have you not got nosebleed?
So, a perfect hat trick.
I think it's the easiest.
We'll rank them at the end. Let's talk through them. Let's see if I can persuade you out.
I do apologise.
9-dart finish.
At rock hard.
So we've seen this. Darts has been in the media quite a lot recently. We've seen this a fair bit. Out of all the darts thrown, you don't get many. So 9-dart finish is 5 or 1 in 3 darts.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So as well, I think this comes under the proviso that it's, I want to say, like televised.
Yeah. So,
not practice. So in a game situation, not televised.
So when you said that there's nobody else influencing it, there is in darts, because there's a lot of shithousery goes on, isn't there?
Yeah.
And you've got the crowd. And I know I was watching, I think was the Worlds at Christmas, where there was a lot of booing and stuff.
Yeah, the whistling.
Yeah. Because so you could have that potentially.
Well, you hear of like darts players in practice knocking 9 darts in and doing it. But up until quite recently, I think Phil Taylor had only ever had 1 televised 9-dart finish. And he's
is
like,
because a lot of his darts wasn't on TV though?
No. He's 9 times world champion, 9, 10 times.
17.
I don't know what it was.
It was a lot.
Yeah,
Done well.
but over so many years, and like he was the first person that brought darts back to telly, if that makes sense, for the Sky and all that. So he was there. It was just that's how hard it is to knock a 9 dart in under the pressure of everyone's watching, the momentum of the game. Whereas I think if you're in practice, you're probably slinging darts in. Oh, hang on, I'm on one. I feel comfortable, and that no break between the other opponents.
And we should just say, to get 9 darts, you have to change the board. You can't just hit 180, 180.
No.
So what I'm saying is you could almost train yourself to go thud, thud, thud.
Yeah.
3 in a row there, reset, same again. But you can't because you've got to aim at different places on the board.
Yeah.
And it's you get 8 and miss the last one. It's starting getting it.
Well, have you ever watched the best leg of darts ever?
No.
So it was Bully Boy and Van Gerwen. So Michael Smith versus Van Gerwen. And he won last year, but year before. And they're both on for 9 darts. So Michael Van Gerwen goes off first, hits 180. Smith follows him, knocks in a 180. Van Gerwen knocks in treble 20, and then hits double 19. So he's on for his 9 darter. Smith follows up, bang, hits his 180. Like, Jesus Christ. Van Gerwen goes 180, and then misses double 12. And I was like, oh. And then Michael Smith pops up, 180, bang, and knocks it in and finishes it off. It's like the best leg of darts because obviously it couldn't be any more perfect because one missed and one hit. So if one had have finished off in the first one, well, he's done it.
Never seen it.
No, no one could do it. So it's the most perfect leg, and the commentary on it is unbelievable. You must have seen people spoofing it. It's like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Wayne Mardle's going absolutely nuts, going, this is the best leg of darts you'll ever see. Then like while one stops, he's going, I can't breathe. And I was like, oh my God. So honestly, the commentary is the best thing about it. After this, I'll show you it.
Please do.
It's brilliant.
147, snooker.
For me, this is... I can't think of anything else in sport. I know.
Yeah, so we've just said there, in darts, you've got to take 9 perfect shots.
Yeah.
I don't know how many shots you have to do, but you not only with this having to pot your ball.
I think it's 35 pots you've got to do. We've also got to do 34 positional shots.
Yes. And the thing is as well, we're going. So you've got to hit. You're almost setting up your next 2 or 3 shots, aren't you, in snooker? You're not just going, I'm going to pop this one and the white ball's going to go there for that one. You're almost going, if I get that there, that white ball will go there, then that will lead on to that one. You know, when they've got a group and they're trying to think which direction am I going in here?
Yeah.
So it's planning the whole lot. I could just Google it if you want.
It's 36 shots.
Is it 36?
So it's 15 reds. You got a colour for every red, so that's 30, and then there's 6 balls left on table.
How many shots do I take to get a 147 in snooker?
I'm saying 36. Dead air.
Come on. 36.
Yeah, I thought it would be.
According to Reddit, a 147 needs 36 pots in a row. You can't fluke many of those shots, and you need the cue ball to end up in certain positions to be on the next pot.
So true. And then so you need 35 positional shots.
Yeah.
And as well, so with darts, you've got no obstacles per se. To get that 147 going, do you think someone's broken off and knocked, like, say, 2 reds out? You've got to break the pack up as well at some point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Although you're moving around the table and things, you've got at some point have a shot to knock, say, the black or the blue in. Wake up the blue, not 147. Put the black in to then knock in, but then scramble the ball out. So you spread the balls enough without hampering the black.
And that's it. It's spreading them enough.
Yeah.
So
did you say that? Sorry, mate. If you said
let's
that.
just. I'll play devil's advocate here. Once you've got the reds away, it's fairly straightforward, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
For a decent snooker player.
Yeah.
Me and you would probably struggle to get a red in and a colour.
Yeah, definitely.
Top break of 9.
2.
Yeah. So do you see what I mean? So maybe it's only the hard bits, the reds, and then everything else is fairly straightforward.
I think even like a decent amateur would clear yellow to black.
The colours, yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot will be able to do. I can't think what it's called.
I watched something. I know it's a different sport, but I watched something recently. It was a pool game, And if we got 7-balled in pool, it'd be pretty embarrassing.
Mm.
Professionals get 7-balled all
Oh,
the time.
yeah.
So, and it was this pool game, and it was a snooker player it was Stephen Hendry, I think, against a professional pool player. And Stephen Hendry won this frame, but the pool player was literally going, no, go for this one next, because that one will go that one to that one to that one to that one. And he literally had all 6, I think he potted off the break, and the rest of the 6 knowing exactly which order he was going to do it in. Because obviously the table's small,
Yeah.
but he just knew exactly where he wanted that plan
So
to
he was
go.
telling Stephen Hendry what to do.
So Stephen Hendry potted maybe 2, and then he was going to go for 1. He said, it gave him a tip on how to do it anyway. So maybe you just need to do this in that pocket rather than that pocket to get your white ball here.
Yeah, it's crazy that, because you think Stephen Hendry, like if you said to me who's the better player, a pool player, and I completely appreciate the smaller table, but I would expect a snooker player can drop down to a smaller table and be more prolific than a pool player jumping up to a snooker table, because everything's a lot more in down.
Yeah.
But coming down in your angle's still the same, but your visionary's off. Like a pool player, a snooker player will play in around the black and play with half the table effectively. Yeah, they'll go up and come back down.
Yeah.
Whereas a snooker player, a pool player, sorry, probably couldn't knock that long ball in that a snooker player can do.
Yeah.
I don't know if that made any sense then.
Would that be similar though to somebody that plays like 5-a-side all the time compared to somebody that plays 11-a-side?
Yeah, so I think there's an argument to be said there, but I think a good footballer will get away with both, and all that 5-a-side does is just like futsal, tight, sharpens your feet up.
This is why this type of pub chat's class, because if we were talking about this with professional pool players and sub players, I think they'd massively disagree and just go, no, it's a completely different game.
But they'd say it's complete. Yeah, they'd probably say it's a completely different game. What I was saying is the adaptability.
Yeah.
I would like to probably say a snooker player could probably get by further in a competition. What you did, you picked up, say, Earl the Pearl Strickland, one of the greatest pool players ever. Stephen Hendry, one of the Earl the Pearl Strickland. You've never heard of him? Did you watch sport? You can tell I just don't watch sport all the time. Why not? Pool's really good to watch. Anyway, right. So you take a pool player and you take a snooker player and you drop them into the championship games. I think that the snooker player would have more chance of going deeper into that tournament. I'm not saying win it than the snooker player and the pool player. I think the pool player get knocked out really early in a professional snooker match.
Yeah, possibly so.
I'm just saying that.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I don't know how true that is.
And then our final one's a hole-in-one.
Luckiest thing in the world. I don't think there's. I think the skill to get the ball. Why am I the only one talking here? I'm like, this is my opinion, and my opinion matters. I don't care what you're gonna say, but I think you get towards there, and you're just expecting it. Then, luckily, to go in from anywhere there, bobbles, the lot. Most pros can control the ball. They can drop it on, screw it back, and things like that.
Yeah.
But I think it's luck.
The thing is with a hole-in-one as well, there's no like range, is there? It's just, I got a hole-in-one. That could be on a 150-yard hole.
Yeah.
Could be on a 400-yard hole.
Hence why I think it's luck.
Nobody ever goes, oh yeah, there's no like levels to it. Do you know, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, oh, that's what I did. I did it.
Yeah.
I suppose the other ones is very similar, aren't they?
Well, no, I think there's no. It's just pure skill.
Yeah. Out of those,
But actually, a 147 you could end up with where you've got lucky. So you've overrun, but it's run into where actually I've got now an ability to knock another red in, then get back around again.
Yeah.
That is sort of there at all times. Your 9-dart finish.
Would you say for golf,
It's all
for a
robust.
hole-in-one, the majority of professionals have done a hole-in-one?
No, I bet there's some that have never done one.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I would have said if you're on a tour.
That's Siri. Have all professionals got a hole in one? Tell me some professional golfers that have never had a hole in one. That's what you want to be asking.
Right. Is there any professional golfers that have never had a hole-in-one? Da-da. She's not talking. Are there notable pro golfers that have never hit a hole-in-one? Right, so let's go according to Reddit. I never use Reddit. Should we accept the cookies?
Yeah, go for it, mate. I always accept cookies, mate. I love cookies. Why did they ask us? Why did they ask us if we accept cookies? By the way, just on a different round, because we just say yeah anyway. Could be asking us all.
There are no current PGA Tour players without a hole-in-one in their careers, but a number of pros have never had an ace in tournament play. 16 of the world's top 50 golfers, including multiple major champions Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, Bubba Watson, and Brooks Koepka, have never hit a hole-in-one in a PGA Tour event. So it is saying that they've got a hole-in-one, but never just in a normal, in a proper Pro Tour event.
Yeah.
So would you say, if you was a snooker player and you'd done a 147 practice, is that?
I don't think that counts. That's what I was saying about the 9 data. I think in practice, you'll probably get a lot of pro snooker players who will have knocked in a 147 in practice.
Yeah, so we've got to say that these are got to be in tournament conditions.
I think so, yeah, because the added pressure of, but like the hole-in-one, I don't think that's irregardless practice or not.
Well,
I think that's.
I don't know, because
there's no pressure
when you see him teeing off, and there's a lot of people around fairway, and there's always Johnny Knobhead in back, isn't there?
Yeah, I suppose.
So whereas if you just go around your backyard and you're smashing them in, are we going to rank these then?
What backyard have you got? We got a golf course. You can be knocking all in one.
Gareth Bale's got one in his backyard, hasn't he?
Only a 4-roller.
He's still.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but he's a millionaire. What I'm saying is, where have you got one in your backyard? Pitch and putt.
I don't, but I imagine some of these golfers have got maybe not the backyard, but they'll just be able to walk onto one.
Yeah, they'll probably live near one.
Or maybe even got own one. I don't know.
Anyway,
we're ranking them 4-1. What's the easiest?
I think for me, I'm going perfect hat trick.
Oh.
What are you going as your easiest?
I'm going hole-in-one.
Hole-in-one's the easiest.
Because I think you're right. I think you can fluke it. We could get a hole-in-one. We could. No, you're completely right. We could. But the problem we've got is with shit.
Yeah, we ain't got the skill to control a ball, and this is why I think a hole-in-one is harder to do than a perfect hat trick.
Do you know somebody?
Because you got
the skill. Hole-in-one.
No, because he has technically got a hole-in-one. He hasn't got a hole-in-one, but technically he has got a hole-in-one on a par 4 as well.
Yeah.
Do I tell the story?
No.
Okay.
We're not bigging him up.
Yeah.
Don't fucking
Technically he has one.
Which I get that's not tournament level. It's not elite level like we're saying, are we? Which again makes my argument that a hole-in-one is easier at that high level because they're skilled. They'd be able to do it.
Yeah, no.
They could just swipe at it, couldn't they?
Yeah.
And get it.
Could come off a cow's head and roll in.
Are we going hole-in-one and perfect hat trick as joint 4th position?
Well, for me, it's perfect hat trick followed by hole-in-one. For you, it's hole-in-one followed by perfect hat trick.
So we're going for I'd agree with that, or disagree.
Yeah, but we're in the same ballpark. It's now which we think's the hardest.
147 or a 9-dart finish.
What's yours?
For second place.
Yeah.
For second place, I'm going to go 147.
You're joking.
No.
You are joking me. Shut up. Did we not hear that? One involves 9 shots. The other includes 36 shots plus 35 positional shots.
So why I'm going to go for it is because of what I said before about once you've got the reds, I think the rest of it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy for me.
No. So even if we just did it as 15 reds and 7 blacks.
You're fuming.
No, I'm fuming. I'm just trying to get it. So even if we're doing it 15 reds, 7 blacks, that's still more shots and positional shots required of accuracy than 9 darts. And I completely appreciate you going treble 20, treble 20. You've still got to knock in 1 treble 19. You've still got to knock in then double 12. Yeah, double 12.
A lot of them are finishing on bull, aren't they?
No.
I'm sure Luke Littler's last one he finished on bull.
Yeah, but that's because he's ended up with he's not for 9 dart when he's knocking bull in.
Yeah, but there's different ways of doing it because I've seen him not get 180 in the first 3 and still do a 9 dart.
Yeah, so some of them will go get the treble 19 out of the way early.
Yeah.
So they'll do treble 20, treble 20, treble 19, then you're done. You're on for your 9 dart.
Yeah, so I suppose it's same with snooker because you don't have to pot. I know you have to put them in the right order.
We have to put red and black every
yeah,
time.
I know, but what I mean is you can't. It's not like this red number 1, red number 2, red number 3. It has to.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
That'd be right.
Do you know that some dart tournament players? It's a bit boring, like, but some dart dart tournament players, you have to start on a double to start scoring. So if you hit 20, you don't get 20 points. You've got to hit a double before you can start. And they're on about bringing that in now as like the new format because everyone's getting more prolific than they ever have done. So that average is up tremendously compared to what it was 10 years and stuff.
So you're saying you're going for 147 is the hardest?
Yes.
9 dart and then 147. Yeah. How do we settle this then?
Well, yeah, we've got a very scrambled up thing.
Can we possibly find out how many 9 dart finishes are in a dart tournament, roughly?
Yeah.
And how many 147s are in a snooker tournament?
Yeah.
So what was the last darts? Was it the Worlds?
Yeah.
The one at Christmas?
I don't think there was one 9 dart finish at last World Championships. I don't think there was one.
Which proves my point.
What?
That it's the hardest thing to do.
Well, just because there wasn't one.
Yeah. Let's ask. In this year's darts World Championships, how many 9 dart finishes were there? Right, here she goes. She's having a
I don't
think.
think there was one. I don't think there was one.
So, how many 9 dart finishes at World Championships 2023?
There was some last year.
There was one. So, she asked at the 2024, how many 9 dart finishes?
So that was last year's, wasn't it?
Oh, hang on, sorry, it's there. Yeah, 2024.
Yeah, because New Year's Day champion.
Is it? It just says Luke Littler became the youngest. How many 9 dart finishes at World Championship 2024 today? Let's try Wikipedia. They know all the answers, don't they?
Yeah, I honestly don't think there was one. Or we could just put it out to the listeners and have a poll. What's harder to do? A 9 dart finish or a 147?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like there was one.
I generally don't think there was one this year.
And have we done the World Snooker Championships this year?
No, it was last year we had World Championships snooker. You haven't had it yet.
In the 2023 World Snooker Championships, how many 147s were there?
According to Eurosport, in total, there have now been 14 maximum breaks recorded at the Crucible Theatre after Wilson delivered the perfect break against Ryan Day in their first round match at the Crucible, and Selby emulated that feat in the final with Luca Brissell.
Yeah, but that's not this year. That was that one last year.
So for the second time, so how many 147 breaks at World Championships 2023? There were 2 maximum breaks. One by Kieran Wilson against Ryan Day, and the other was Selby, who became the championship final. So there was 2. Oh, the prize money. That would say how difficult it is. No, it's not about sponsorship.
Yeah, because I think you get 100 grand for doing a 147.
We'll stick it out there. We'll stick it out there on our social medias, but just so you know I'm right. Just very quickly to finish off, if you could be champion in one sport, what would it be?
Any sport.
Any sport, any event, any tournament, anything. You was the world champion at it.
Surfing.
Okay.
I think I'd look good. Like a fat guy on a surfboard, look pretty good.
Yeah. Nobody'd care though, would they?
No, but how do you know? It would in the surfing circles.
It would in Newquay.
Yeah. Well, if I could be champion at anything, what would it be?
It's got to be a toss-up of 2, hasn't it?
Well, I'd like to be heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah.
Boxing, like, boy, I'd love to set that mantle.
Ooh, actually, there's a third that I may have thrown in. Go on. So, yeah, I'd agree with that one. That would be one of my 3.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pick one in the end.
I would probably like to be a darts world champion.
Okay.
Because darts one of them sports where I'm not taking anything away from the athletes. It's one of them sports where I probably sit on a fence and go, it's a pub sport. It's not a proper sport. Do you know what I mean? Like, none of them are athletes, are they? But it's one of them sports where I can be prolific at something and not really have to train too hard. It's in like
fair point.
It's like physical. I'd have to train getting my errors right, but I'm not having to go for. They're not doing like 10K hourly to try and keep fit, physically fit.
They're
They
not
don't
doing yoga.
conditioning. They don't need any of that sort of thing. They just need to make sure left hand does pints, right hand does darts. My kind of sport.
Yeah.
So I think that, because obviously I'm a bit lazy at times, I think that becoming nicely.
I get that.
And then my third. Go on, you give me 2 or your 3 or yours.
So I'd go with world heavyweight champion, boxing champion. He's got to be the heavyweight as well, because nobody really cares about them other ones.
Well, I think for some bizarre reason, it's middleweight and heavyweight that get all the pin-ups. You could be cruiserweight champion of the world. You smash that middleweight to pieces, but you're not. Do you know what I mean? Middleweight somehow world's a bit of a.
But I think you'd like to think if you were heavyweight, you could take them all right down to flyweight.
What about your super heavyweight though? You big fat.
I think I'd still take them quicker.
I think
so. Heavyweight
anyway,
champion of the world.
Okay.
100-meter sprinter.
Nah, not for me. Too much effort. Too much going on there for my liking.
But boxing, no effort at all.
Yeah, but
you just get to stand on the podium.
Yeah, but I think I could be like Tyson Fury. Just drop all that weight where I need to.
Because you look like it. So, and that one, and the other one would be world's strongest man.
Yeah.
To have that title and go, I am the strongest man in the world.
I think I'm there now. I think I'm stealing that off you. Boxing, heavyweight champion of the world, professional darts player, or world's strongest man. I am
So you've got to choose one.
Oh, yeah.
You put your hat on one.
Boxer then.
Are you going boxer because there's possibly more money involved in it?
I'm going boxer because it has more of a prestige.
It's a bit of a skill as well.
Well, I think prestigely around the world, you go anywhere, everyone knows Mike Tyson, everyone knows Muhammad Ali, everyone knows Lennox Lewis to a certain degree. Everyone,
that Canadian.
Yeah, everyone knows the best, like George Foreman,
the grill.
Yeah, they know them all. Whereas, like in darts, you probably know Power Taylor, you know a few of the Van Barnel, do you know what I mean? And maybe back only a few. And he's same with World's Strongest Man, Pudzianowski, Mark Felix, Darren Sadler.
Yeah, the Stoltman
brothers. Yeah, Noah's obsessed with Stoltman. Noah loves World's Strongest Man. We love watching it. Anyway, so
what you just love to say, I think I'd go for World's Strongest Man.
But if Tom Stoltman walked past you, you don't have a clue who he was.
I would if he walked in this room now. I go,
are you Tom Stoltman? No.
And if you are, you take what you want.
But what I'm saying is, like, there's certain things where it just hasn't got the prestige worldwide. Whereas, like, say, if any heavyweight, like Anthony Joshua walked in, to randomly walking in. But, you know, if you put Anthony Joshua in any room, I'd like to say, randomly, at least 2 or 3 people would go, oh, I knew who that is. Or at least go, I recognise you, but I can't figure out what it is. Whereas if Tom Stoltman walked in and be like, who's that? I reckon if Luke Litt at this moment in time is probably one of the most famous people at this moment in time trending. There'll still be people that haven't got a clue who he is.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but my thing is, it's that prestige of saying, I am the strongest.
Yeah, but...
Or I am the fastest. So I'd go for strongest. I'm the strongest man in the world.
I've seen that. Yeah, you're strong at lifting what? Stupid kegs and things. I get it. You are really strong.
It's hard. Thank you.
But what you're doing is not a...
I have to lift my kegs every morning.
They're heavy. Big, massive thing.
They are heavy.
I don't know. I'm just going to say, like, I don't know.
Again, maybe another one we'll put out on a poll.
Anyway,
what
you want to be, then you be the world's strongest man.
It is what I want to be. You can't tell me I can't be.
I feel like I could be world's strongest.
No, you can't. I'm going. You absolute fool. I'll see you next Thursday.
And then I could train to do it.
I'll see you next Thursday. Goodbye. Keep smiling. Thank you for listening right to the end of this week's podcast, and we hope that you've enjoyed it. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at dad_tales_, or get involved by emailing us at dadtales@outlook.com. You can also now join our Facebook page by searching Dad Tales.
Keep the feedback coming. We are genuinely humbled by all the input and the comments you are providing us. Stay safe, celebrate small victories, and keep smiling.